Hello everyone. Today we shall be discussing the levels of evidence and grades of recommendation. Now in this era of evidence-based medicine where huge number of studies are available over the internet, we need to decide which one to believe and which information to pick up, and based on which information we need to change our practice. Now not all studies are practice changing. There are some levels of evidences based on which we need to decide whether we will be changing our practice based on that or not. Now, levels of evidence is based on certain facts, and it was first devised by the Canadian Task Force, where in the way back in the 90s they have selected that levels of evidence are to be decided based on certain criteria. Now there are several others levels of evidences have come, but what we are practicing today in this era is this one. There are 5 levels of evidences based on which we take one information, we decide whether to accept one information or not. After several changes, this gradation system or this level system is now widely accepted. There are 5 levels of evidences: level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. Now, level 1 is the highest level of evidence. This is based on high quality studies, mostly the RCTs or prospective cohort trials, which are having adequate power, or a systematic review of these studies. Now, this systematic review is very important. There is a certain way of reviewing certain same type of articles, and if that is done systematically, that becomes the highest level of evidence, just like a meta-analysis. Grade level 2 evidence is based on lesser quality prospective cohort studies, retrospective cohort studies, untreated controls from RCTs. So poorly conducted RCTs, they become a part of level 2, right? Level 3 are case control studies, systematic review of those, this type of, like the case control studies, systematic review of case control studies, they belong to level 3. Case series, they are level 4 evidence. Level 5 evidences are expert opinion. Suppose there is a particular physician who is expert in a particular discipline, and he or she opines on certain thing. That is called level 5 evidence. Previously our teachers, they used to opine that as per my experience. So as per my experience belongs to expert opinion. Now, based on these evidences, the recommendations are made. Recommendations are graded: grade A, grade B, grade C, and grade D. Now, grade A is the strong recommendation. Is a grade A recommendation that is a strong recommendation. This is basically based on the level 1 or a properly conducted level 2 or level 3 evidences. Grade B recommendation is a good recommendation, but it is not like grade A. This is basically based on level 2 or level 3 evidences, and the findings are generally consistent. Now, grade C is actually is not a recommendation, it is an option. This is also based on level 3, level 2 or level 4 evidences, but findings are inconsistent. So we don't have a consistent finding on this. Grade D recommendation is again based on weak evidences, right? So if you have a grade A recommendation, the clinician should change his practice based on this, and until a new information is available. Based on grade B recommendation, you can change your practice, but you need to be aware of the fact if anything new comes, you need to adopt this based on that. Now, grade C or grade D, they are not actually practice changing recommendations, they are weak recommendations. Now, NCCN, they have a separate set of level of evidences. If we go through the NCCN guideline, you will find there will be a category A, category B, category C level of based on high level of evidences, and all the NCCN panels, they have came to a consensus that this particular modality is to be adopted. So category A is possibly the best level of evidence as per NCCN. Category 2A, this is based on lower level of evidences, but all the members or all the panel, they have came to a consensus that this is to be followed. So that is category 2A recommendation. Whereas category 2B recommendation is based upon lower level evidences, there is NCCN consensus that this intervention is appropriate, right? So that is a category 2B. There is a consensus, but it is not unanimously accepted, right? So that is a 2B recommendation. Category 3 recommendation is based on any level of evidence. It can be high, it can be moderate, but there is a major disagreement or not. So by and large, NCCN follows a category A or category 2, category 1 or a category 2A recommendation. So if you find any level of evidence NCCN has written like category A or category 1, that means it's a good level of evidence. Up to 2A level, we can change our practice, we can adopt that. But 2B or 3, if that is so, you need to be aware of the fact that this is not based on a good level of evidence, and NCCN panel, though they could not come to a consensus on this. So now onwards, whenever you see any paper, you come across any evidence, you can judge what is the level of evidence and whether you need to change your practice based on that evidence or not, that you can decide jolly well. So stay evidence aware. That is the future. Thank you very much.